Welcome back to the official review presented by Athlon Sports. Yesterday, LeBron James opted into his deal with the Lakers, but it raises more questions than it answers. So let's talk about it.
The statement was from LeBron's agent, Rich Paul, and I'll just read it here. LeBron wants to compete for a championship. He knows the Lakers are building for the future. He understands that, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all. We are very appreciative of the partnership that we've had for 8 years with Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka, and consider the Lakers as a critical part of his career.
That to me sounds like a breakup text, like a pre-breakup text. That doesn't sound like, hey, I want the Lakers to go out and make another move. That sounds like, I don't think the Lakers can build the team that I need.
It's not me, it's you.
We've seen LeBron put pressure on teams before to make win now moves by threatening to leave. Like there's that whole thing where he was in New York City and then put on like a Knicks towel or something like that. He's had these moments before where he's threatening to leave to put pressure on a team to like cash in their draft picks and go get another big player to play next to them. This was not that tone. At all. And this sort of like, oh, I understand if you guys want to build stuff around Luka because he is the future of the team. And then also like implicitly giving permission to trade him, really.
It feels different than the past times for sure.
I may be just way off on all this. Why did he opt into his deal? If I know he'll probably get more money if he opts in. Obviously, $52 million, right? $52 million to opt in.
I think you just answered the question right there.
LeBron, you've made so much money in your career. If you want to dictate where you want to go and help a team win, why opt into this deal? Like, first of all, LeBron opting into a deal is a big news because normally what he does is he opts out and then renegotiates for a 2-year deal. This is probably it for LeBron. This is probably his last year.
Well, I don't know if many teams can sign him straight up. I don't think there's anyone out there who can just offer him a max. So in order for him to go to a place where he still gets a lot of money, even like maybe not the most he could have gotten, but for him to still get paid what he somewhat deserves, I think a team will still have to trade. So that's probably why it makes sense.
He could opt out and then go sign somewhere, but presumably no one wants to give him the max for 2 years or whatever, because he's literally turning 41 in December.
41-year-old's vet minimum. That's what it should be.
The most ideal situation would be like LeBron's like, all right, I'm going to sign a veteran minimum for a team and just go win a ring. But if he does that, then I
think the league would shut that down.
The whole CBA.
I think the Players Association would be like, nah. I get it now. Okay, I get that part of it, of being like the money has to work out. So in your mind, hypothetically speaking, if LeBron were to be moved, what team do you think would make sense that can do that? I have my answer.
I don't think you guys are like my answer. NBA fans won't like my answer. I think it's the Dallas Mavericks. Reunite with Kyrie Irving. AD is already there. Here's my thing. If he gets traded to the Dallas Mavericks for Cooper Flagg, was this whole Luka AD trade, getting the number one pick?
Cooper Flagg's too much for LeBron, honestly. I'm sorry. For 1 year LeBron James, you're not trading Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, but this front office doesn't seem to be making great decisions. AD for Luka Doncic, like AD is borderline broken knees. I mean, I think that's where his friends are.
The thing with trading LeBron at $52 million for this 1 year is that you have to get salary matching to trade that massive contract. And, the team that's been floating around for a while obviously has been Cleveland, where he's like, oh, he could go finish his career at home. In order for Cleveland to get him, they have to trade like 6 players together. And a similar thing would be happening with the Mavericks if they don't trade away Kyrie or AD, because they just have to like get to 52 million, which is a ton of money. And so they probably just end up trading away their entire rotation. Not to mention Kyrie is still coming back from an ACL tear that happened in March. So he's going to miss most of next year.
You can move Kyrie in that deal as the dead money.
Well, I was thinking like Klay Thompson, Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, anyone else you can kind of throw in there, throw in some picks. Either way, it's not going to be great. But you also have to consider like LeBron, when he forces moves, he doesn't always make the best decision for the team going forward. It's like he's not a great team builder in terms of like who he picks to be his partners. So I don't think the Mavs are the best fit, but I could just see it happening.
If you're the Knicks, do you move Cat for LeBron?
I would.
I don't think so. I think Cat fits in better with the Knicks as is right now, and you just don't know with LeBron at age 41. Obviously, all of this has been unprecedented, but it's just going to get even more and more crazy that he's playing at a certain level into his 40s. Carl was an all-NBA caliber player last year.
Wasn't Bron also?
Bron's better than Cat.
Listen, when it comes to playoff, when it comes to push, I'm taking Bron over Cat. I'm taking 41-year-old Bron over a lot of players in this league.
You trade Cat and Mikal Bridges for LeBron, you have a great team ready to go.
Carl and Mikal Bridges the Knicks already don't have a bench, and to trade two of their rotation away for 41-year-old LeBron James, I just can't see. In the Lakers-Wolves series, it was pretty clear that there were games where LeBron was there and locked in and playing 48 minutes. And then it was clear that there are games that he just couldn't bring it or was choosing not to bring it because he just can't maintain that level of physicality and exertion at that age. Like we just watched this crazy NBA finals where it was like so physical and fast and up and down. I just can't see LeBron being able to get to a finals and win a finals in this sort of pace and space in 2025.
I mean, Karl Towns will have 4 fouls at halftime sometimes. Like Mikal Bridges will be 0 for 9 to begin the game. It's like, I know those are two very valuable assets to the Knicks, but the East has never been more wide open. Like next year, people are like, oh, the Orlando Magic might make it because they got Desmond Bane. We're not saying that any year from that type of addition, but because the East is so depleted, the two top teams, in my opinion, Celtics and Pacers, lost their best players. It's the Knicks' best shot ever. It's probably the hungriest fan base in the NBA. I could see them making a desperate move. LeBron to the Knicks has kind of always been a topic. Every time it's like LeBron, Knicks. He's visiting schools in New York for Bronny when he's in high school. So I think the Knicks actually do kind of make sense, especially from a legacy standpoint. Is it Mikal and Cat? Maybe not. Maybe they don't need to do that. Maybe you just need one of them and then you fill out the rest of it. Mitchell Robinson. They love getting these hyping up these 7-footers who are pretty good, but not that great. Mark Williams. So I do think the Knicks are a very intriguing option, Johnny. Well, Sam, do you have a team?
I think his team is the Lakers. Bobby Marks reported this morning on Get Up that there is not a trade market for LeBron James right now. I think he's going to be returning to the Lakers.
So you think this statement is just BS? Do you think this statement is hey, do not sign Austin Reeves to a huge deal. Trade his ass. Get a few more players for me?
No, I think it's a blessing from LeBron to the Lakers to, make moves going forward. But and if he's included in that, then he's okay with that, pending obviously has a no trade clause. I don't think he's going to get moved because of this statement either necessarily.
Interesting. I guess I hope he does because it'd be the best story.
Yeah, it could definitely happen for sure.